Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to another video on my channel. It has been a long time since I've been here, but I am back and y'all are gonna be seeing way more of me. But basically in today's video I am doing an updated makeup routine. I have gotten so many questions about what products I use and what do I do, like what's your tutorial, what's your steps. And so in this video I'm going to be answering all of your questions and I'm going to be showing y'all how I got this face. Let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, you need to make sure that you are moisturized. Your face and your lips need to be moisturized. And so for my face, I start off with the Cerave daily moisturizing lotion. Okay, it's about $13 and it's at Walmart, but it's a big bottle and it lasts a really long time and I have yet to run out of it. Second thing that I use is my Black Girl sunscreen. She's been shown a lot of love, as you can tell. Like, I need to go buy another one, but this is really the truth when it comes to like moisture, and I feel like it also gives me like a really good glow. Like, all I use is these two. I wash my face with Panoxyl, I use my moisturizer and the sunscreen, and I go. That's it. That's all I use every single day. Okay, so now that we are moisturized, first off, before I put primer on my face, I like to go in and do my brows first. The first thing I like to do is make sure that my brows are like dried down, especially after you've already put like all your moisturizer and stuff. It's easier for the product to go on my brows as well when your brow is like dry, if that makes any sense. So I go in with Blend Professional setting powder. There's also cheaper versions out there. There's also the Revolution translucent powder. This one is also pretty good as well. Just prefer to use the Blend. Okay, so you just get your translucent powder and I just tap my brows until I feel like my brows are dry enough and I feel like they're not oily. So after I do that, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe brow pencil. I literally love this. This is all I use on my brows. The shade Java. I'm just gonna follow the shape of my brow and I lightly do it. Then I go to the top. Boom. I normally put edge control on my brows and then like slick them down and then do the basically what I just did, but I just forgot to show y'all me putting edge control on them. But basically the edge control helps to keep my brows in place, but I really lightly do it. I don't like my brows to be really like bold. I just want them to just be a little bit filled in, just a little bit. At the bottom again. What you really need to do is just fill in sparse areas, and I kind of use my spoolie to like brush my hair, but I'm also mixing the product, so do that. And I try not to like put too much in the front because I want the front to look very natural. I barely put any brow pencil. Like, I'm probably gonna do like 1, 2, and that's it. Another step that I like take to make sure my brows are not moving, because I don't want them to move at all, is I get some lash glue and I get like clear. Make sure it's clear. I use this one. It's the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. Best lash glue out there, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of it throughout my brow. It don't move. I use that spoolie to kind of just brush the product in with my brow. That it's dried down. This is how the brows are looking. You want that flat brush. And I like to go in with the e.l.f. camo concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate. I put a little bit on the back of my hand, as much as I think I need, and if I feel like I need more, I always go back. And I get me a little flat brush like this and I dip it into the product. I make sure on both sides there's even amount of product on both sides, and then I start from the top. Ooh, I just made a mess. I can't lie, sometimes if I feel like maybe I concealed a little bit too much, I'll go in at the bottom, fill it in a little bit more. Okay, so there goes one brow. Period. Don't be afraid to like go back and like once you know how to do your brows, like I feel like it's over, because brows really shape the face. I'm gonna blend out this concealer. And another trick, something that I do if I feel like, you know, it took me a little minute to do the brows and I feel like the concealer has dried down and I want it to blend seamlessly, I'm gonna go in with setting spray. And so today I'm using I use this all the time, the Morphe setting spray. She's the truth, like, and she lasts a long time. She's definitely worth the money. I used to use the Charlotte Tilbury one. I used to run through that product all the time, but this lasts me a long time and it's not as expensive, so I like her. So I use that and I spray and then I go in and blend. It's just going around and tapping, tap everything into your skin. At this point, this is when I go in and put primer on my face. Just a little bit on my forehead. And I use the e.l.f. Hydrogrip primer. I'll give y'all a list, so I'm not really too worried about explaining too much. Okay, so now that our primer is on, I'm gonna show y'all what I use. I don't use foundation. I do not use foundation. Instead, I use the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. Danessa is that girl, and she'll forever be that girl. Danessa Myricks in the shade 8.5. This is the Yummy Skin. And as you can tell, I love this product. Like, I've used a lot of it. And I pair it with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And so this is kind of a little bit pricey, but it's definitely worth it. And it literally does what it says. It's a blurring balm. And so I just get a brush and I put it all over my face. I don't put too much, like I don't cake it on, but I literally just spread it evenly on my face. Then I go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow right after, and I put that on. I really don't put too much of this, but I feel like this also, like, those two paired together, the e.l.f. Halo Glow and the Danessa Myricks, guys, I just can't get enough of it. Like, that's literally what I use, and I feel like this really gives me a good glow and a filter to my face. I don't know if I can go back to using foundation after I like discovered this combo. Oh, like, makeup has been tea. Base has been tea. Period. This product, y'all, you can't even find this at Sephora, at Ulta. I had to order it online, but it's a UK brand and I love it so much, and I recommend it to literally anyone who does makeup. It is the curve case. It's the Made by Mitchell curve case, and look inside. These are all like bronzers and contours, and you also get blushes, and I think it goes for about $32, and I think it's so worth it because it's literally like a 2-in-1 product, and I can't even see myself running out of this. Like, and it's so pigmented as well. Y'all are gonna see. At this point, we're gonna do cream bronzer, and then I go in on my cheekbones. Like, y'all see that? Also go right here on my forehead, on the sides. So we're basically going all around the perimeter of my face. But if you don't have this, just get a cream bronzer. Ooh. I could make a separate video of recommendations as well, like whatever y'all literally want. tap that into my face. Go on my jawline. And I kind of just do it all the way around. I look really crazy right now, you know, but I'm gonna use a different brush, and I kind of just blend it out. Just make sure you blend it out really well. Okay, so after I blend out the cream bronzer, I go in with my concealer at this point. This is my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Mocha. I literally love this concealer. I cannot use any other concealer. I don't think I can cheat on her ever. I just put it like this. Let me just show you all the placement. Right here. And this concealer lasts for like so long. I don't know, this bottle, just I've only ever bought two, like ever, throughout the years I've been doing makeup. From the time I discovered this product, I've only ever bought, this is my second bottle. It lasts so long. So at this point, after I put my concealer on, I go in and wait, I think I need more on my nose. And make sure you get on the side of your nose, like up to here, and on the other side as well. Boom, 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 there you go. And then what I like to do at this point is I like to spray my face with setting spray. I just do that, and so that when I don't know why I do it, I just think it makes sense, so that when I blend, I just feel like everything is, I don't know, but I just do that. Y'all asked for the tutorial, I'm giving y'all the tutorial. So I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit. I do have a fan. Where's that fan? If you're really in a hurry, get you one of these. It takes a long time for, like, this concealer does not dry down quick. I don't think I could ever work with concealer that dries down quick. Like, I don't know, sometimes I'll be putting concealer on, I'll be walking around doing other things, and it still blends out seamlessly. And I feel like the longer that I even leave it on, the better, honestly, with this concealer. So I really love it. I blend the outsides first. Then I kind of do that. And this is where we begin to look crazy. Just know that. I can't lie, I go in on my entire nose. Like we're about to cover up the whole entire nose with concealer. But y'all gotta trust the process. I'll show you why I do this. My method for nose contour, I don't know, I just think it's really easy because I've seen so many crazy ones, and I feel like the way I do it takes the shortest amount of time, and it's still really effective. Go all over the nose, and then let's get it under eye. You'll have to get in there, like low-key, like get in that under eye for real. It's tapping motions, we're not dragging, tapping motions. Okay, so at this point, what I do is, you see how I have this circle of concealer on my forehead? That same brush that we use to apply, what's it called? The Halo Glow and Danessa Myricks. That same brush is what I'm gonna use to, what I use to kind of fix that. I don't put any additional product. I just tap the edges. I tap out the edges. And then this is the brush I use to blend it out. You just want everything to be seamless. So make sure you're not tapping on the actual concealer. We still want it to be bright, but we want it to be seamless. I don't know how to explain it, just seamless. And then kind of do the same thing on the chin. just the edges, just around. If you feel like you want to blend, go back and blend that concealer out a little bit more, you can. I feel like when it comes to just doing your makeup, you just see what you want to touch up, what you want to fix, and if you don't like, just go back and do it. Like, there's no right or wrong rules. So after I do that, right, I go back into our curve case. It is blush time. So I get another brush and I kind of like pick, I normally go in between these two pinks just a little bit, and then do you see how there's that line? I use the brush and I apply blush right on that line. At the same, I'm applying it, but I'm also tapping it and blending it in. You're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. You get a little bit more blush, tap it in on that line. I'm just blending it in with the concealer and the bronzer. Everything is just meshing together. I feel like your concealer is kind of getting lost in the sauce. You can use that. I just go back in with that concealer brush and I just kind of go over it a little bit just to blend everything. We want everything to be seamless. We don't want any harsh lines. We are going to set our face and I use the Fit Me. So I'm gonna get a powder puff and I'm gonna go in, and this is the shade 330 Toffee Caramel. I'm gonna get my powder puff. I'm just gonna kind of swirl it in. Make sure there's enough like this, and I'm gonna go in on my under eye first. I kind of like fold it in a way so I can get in there. Do this and I kind of just, you really don't want to miss your under eye. Like, make sure you are setting like really under there. Everywhere we put concealer is where we're setting for the most part, or setting that nose. Just set, set, set. And if you need more, you can always go back. I like a matte look. I don't want anything oily. So anytime I put a liquid on my face, I'm following up with a powder. Nose contour. So I get a smaller brush that's kind of like angled. Let me show you, like a brush like this. And I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna get like the lightest color in the bronze, like the lightest color right here, because I don't want my nose contour to be too harsh. And I'm gonna like drag it from my eyelid down to my nose. And make sure your brush is thin enough to do this, because if you use too wide of a brush, your nose contour is going to be all over the place, I believe, and it's going to look messy. So I kind of just drag it down lightly, and then I go like this on my nose. Then I kind of just blend it out into my eye. Go back in with that powder puff and I kind of like just set that nose. Boom, boom, boom. Now I go in with my loose powder. I go in with one size in the shade Sweet Honey, but recently, I don't know, I like one size and I like Huda. So what I've been doing is literally mixing the two together. So I literally pour a little bit of a Huda in, a little bit of my one size. I pour a little bit in here, right? And then I get some Huda, and this is in the shade Banana Bread, and I pour in my Huda in here, and I mix them up together, and I love it. A little brush, and I just mix it like this, and I'm gonna dip it in. Generous amount, not too much. If you feel like you got too much, dust it off on the back of your hand, and then go in. And I don't bake. I literally just apply the powder, I can't lie. One size is literally the best. I've used Laura Mercier. Like one size, I don't know, in Huda, they're just so amazing. Like you see the instant like blur. Like I really credit one size. This is the best thing to come out, I can't lie. Everywhere we put concealer is where I'm putting this loose setting powder. A little bit down the nose, just tap it. But only on the places where we put concealer. It's so blurring, so blurring. Setting powder is just too good, and I believe if you're gonna spend money on anything, on makeup, I just personally believe setting powder is where you should put your money at. Your setting powder number one. Setting powder number one, because it will make the difference. Anyways, now we're getting into bronzer, and my fave bronzer in the entire world is the NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade 6. Shout out to Uche Natori for putting me on, because this bronzer, ever since I've used it, I can't use anything else. And another thing is, I will say when it comes to buying makeup products, you do not have to buy the full size. Like buy the minis. Like this bronzer, I always buy the mini and it lasts me so long. Also with the setting powders as well, if you want, just like the mini ones are like 20 something dollars and they last a good amount of time. Like if you're not able to purchase like the big one, because me personally, it did take me a while to get there, but I buy the mini products, so, and they do well. You get what you want. You get a quality product and for a fair price instead of like blowing a bag. So anyways, I'm going in with my bronzer, and I'm gonna put it in all the places that I also put my cream bronzer earlier. So putting it right here, and we're trying we don't want it to cover the concealer, but we're just putting it on the perimeters of our face. We do not want to cover the concealer. Repeat, do not cover the concealer, but put it around. And basically what the bronzer is doing is bringing color back into your face, because after we put, you know, that setting powder, we looked a little ghostly, we looked a little bright, so the bronzer is just calming everything down. And then I like to go back on that jawline, keep on going until you get that little desired look. What I'm kind of doing is like, this is a round brush, but I'm also like gripping it like this, and I'm going like this, and I'm really just shaping. And like right here where it's bright, I'm also shaping it out, because I want this to stay a little bit bright, but I don't want everywhere else around to be bright, so I'm kind of shaping it. Like that. And that's what I kind of do with my forehead as well, is shaping it, making sure everything around is bronzed, but this place still stays bright, but not too much. So that's why I'm kind of like enclosing it just a little bit. And that's kind of what I'm doing up here. I'm going with blush. And I normally use the Juvia's Place blush in the shade, this is volume 5. This is what the blush looks like, but I've not really been a big fan of pink blush recently. So I bought this blush, and this is Deep Raspberry, and she's so cute. Like I actually love her. Like I just started using it and I'm absolutely obsessed. But the thing is that you don't want to apply the blush, like, because pigmented, you don't want to apply your blush too like heavy-handed. You rather want to build it up, because you can easily look like a clown. Okay, if you feel like the blush is too harsh, like I said, just tap on that line if you have a harsh line. And the setting powder and like the powder puff, I just believe it helps to like blend the powder and the blush seamlessly, because we want everything to be seamless. I also think that like when you do that, it tones down the blush if you feel like it's a little too much or too bright. Go back to our translucent powder, and this is where we're gonna carve out, where did I put it? We're gonna carve out our face here. So I'm gonna get some translucent, the Derma Blend one from earlier, and I'm gonna put just a little bit, not too much. Tap off any excess on your hand. You're gonna carve out your face. So kind of like, I use my ear to kind of like guide me, and I want it to go down. So kind of like under the blush, and like from the beginning of this part of my ear, I go at an angle. And you don't want to put too much powder. I kind of diffuse it down. I go to the other side. And diffuse it down. Yeah. This one's more defined. I did this side better. I can't lie. I did do this side a little bit better. Okay, so then after I do that, so to get rid of like the whiteness, I just get this really fat brush. I can't lie, it's really fat. Powder is like my skin color. It's the Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Toffee, and I just get the brush, and I just apply the powder, and I just tap it in. So that line is still there, but it's not harsh and it's not too bright. You can still see that the line is there. I wasn't trying to get rid of it. I just don't want it to be giving like a flashback or look crazy. After applying bronzer and blush and all of that, I feel like sometimes, you know, my little bright under eye gets lost in the sauce. So I go in with another Fit Me, but this is in the shade, this is shade 235, Pure Beige, and it's brighter than my concealer. And I just kind of go in, only under my eye do I use this, just to make sure that my little under eye is still bright and it's not gone, you know. I do the same thing on the other side. With that same bronzer that we used, I'm gonna redefine my nose, our nose contour that we did earlier. So I'm just gonna get a brush, and I put that bronzer on the brush, and we're just gonna define it, lightly define our nose right here, and do that. And we have not put anything on our eyelids, so I also put bronzer on my eyelid as well, just to give it color, and also so it's like not bare, you know. And if you want to blend in that nose contour just a little bit, get that same powder puff, a little bit of powder, or sometimes if it already has powder on it, just tap it. You don't need to add more. I just kind of tap it, make sure it's all blended in. Period. Now I can spray my face. Let all those powders melt in. Where's my fan? Okay, so at this point, I'm really liking how she's looking. I don't even know if the camera, if y'all are really seeing what I'm seeing, like it looks really good. But anyways, at this point, I go in with my highlighter, and I use the Bobbi Brown highlighter. Like I said, I'm linking everything down below. I can't lie, I did steal this product from my mom. It is kind of expensive, but I know I really think any highlighter will really suffice. And I kind of just do like that, and then put it right there. then I like to put a little bit on my nose and my mirror. Right there. Because I do not want to give myself a crooked looking highlighter, so I use a very tiny little brush and I apply the highlighter down my nose. Just a little bit. Right there, so it's really sharp and precise. And I use my finger to kind of blend it out. And then just to give myself a little sparkle, a little razzle dazzle, I lightly just put, you know, a little bit down my forehead, right here, my cheeks, just for just a little extra shimmer on my face. I'm about to put eyeliner before I put my lashes on, and I do not do clusters. Like, guys, I don't know what it is. Whenever I put them on, the second they irritate me, my eyes start watering, I rip them off. Like, I can't. Like, I just don't like how uncomfortable they can be. I've gone back to wearing lash strips. I'm not feeling like doing a wing today, so I'm just doing a basic straight line. Just a basic straight line. Please put eyeliner down. I think it looks weird when you just go in, no base, no nothing, you just put lashes on. I think I don't know, something about putting black eyeliner down. And this is the elf one, by the way. This one I got, it came with it was a pack of 2 for like $3 or $3.50 or something like that, I don't remember. And then when you're applying your lash, I put the glue directly on my eye. I feel like it makes so much more sense to do that. In that way, your lashes are going where you put the glue. So because if you put glue onto your lash and then put it on your eye, I feel like the glue is just gonna go everywhere and stick to places you don't want it to. They're really basic lashes, nothing too much. A little cat eye type of lash, and that's what we're doing today. I can't lie, putting on lashes is definitely a sport. Normally I would use tweezers to like push them closer, but I think I did a good job at applying these. I don't think I need any additional assistance. Okay, period. So now it's time for the lips, time for the lip combo. Really get my lip liner, all of that stuff. Oop. All that stuff is from the beauty supply store, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? I think it's, I linked everything, I don't know the shade, but I linked everything down in the list, and y'all will see it there. It's definitely Ruby Kiss, I'll tell y'all that, but I can't find this shade at the moment. Boom. Boom. Okay, and then I go in with these lipsticks, which I also get from the beauty supply store. I have the shades on the list, and I'm gonna go in with this pink one. This one's a little bit like you'll see. This one's like really pink. I go in with this one first, and this one's kind of like more nude, so it calms down how hot this is. But going with my Fenty Beauty hot chocolate, the lip gloss hot chocolate, and I line my lips with this. And then after that, I go in with my other Fenty lip gloss, and I think the shade is Pink Fussy. I will confirm, it's in the list, I just don't know right now. But I go in with this, and I go only in the inner. And guys, that's the lip combo. That's the combo. This is, first of all, this is actually, oh, I forgot. I was almost trying to run away. But anyways, I go in one more time with my Morphe setting spray just to make sure everything is blended. And then I go in with the big guns, the one size, what's it called? Setting spray, mattifying. Everybody, y'all know what this is. Y'all know what this is. This right here gonna get you right. This gonna have your makeup on all day, all night. This is that girl. Low-key, you do have to hold your breath, but she's on. Come on, let's get into the face. Come on, tell me she ain't flawless. Come on, so to you.
Look at this beautiful, beautiful girl with her beautiful makeup. Show them the berry look with the berry. Exactly. Cutesy, very her. You know, it's very cutesy, very demure. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so y'all know when I post. And let me know what else y'all want to see from me.
So yeah, like and subscribe, and me and Tonica are out.
Bye.